Hey there, it's Dr. Jim. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have a great topic today. It is active shooter preparation and response in senior care, part one. And this is part one of a two-part series. Although Homeland Security did provide us the run, hide, fight as a training drill during an active shooter event, the industry came to realize that it just wasn't as ideal as it could be. While this response is very appropriate for social places like sporting events, arenas, maybe airports, places like that, malls, it just isn't realistic that healthcare professionals would run away from their elderly residents and leave them behind to be victimized in a skilled nursing facility or in an assisted living community. That's why a brand new approach has been developed, and it's an important one, specifically for healthcare settings like hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living communities. Instead of, and this is important, run, hide, fight, the new model is secure, preserve, and fight. Talk a little bit about this. An unfortunate fact. Tough. Active shooter events are on the rise throughout the United States. It's tough. And it seems like sometimes every few days, every few weeks, there's another active shooting event somewhere in our country. FBI data show that 250 active shooter events took place between the years 2000 and 2017. That's roughly 14 to 15 active shootings per year, or a little more than one every 4 weeks. During this time, almost 800 people were killed and almost 1,500 wounded. Those are terrible numbers. Secure, preserve, fight can be an effective alternative method of responding to active shooters in healthcare settings. Now, why is a healthcare setting different? There are many, many reasons. Active shooter incidents in healthcare settings are different than those that take place in schools, shopping malls, or some type of commercial property, commercial business environment, like a office complex. The active shooter's motives are more personal, targeted, and focused in healthcare settings. It might be a little more random in some other type of environment. It's also much more difficult to provide needed security in senior care environments. Beyond this, healthcare professionals just feel compelled to stay with their residents and most likely will not leave them alone, and they will not leave them behind during an active shooter event. Some residents would die without life support, for instance. That makes this a completely different ballgame. Certain areas of the care community are simply not easy to evacuate due to things like elevators, multiple stories, or floors. So, this concept, thanks to Kay, Aniba, and colleagues in an article featured in the New England Journal of Medicine. The article is called Active Shooter Response at a Health Care Facility. I would really encourage you to take a look at it. New England Journal of Medicine, Active Shooter Response at a Health Care Facility. And in this article, they state that the secure, preserve, fight approach is better suited for healthcare settings than is the Homeland Security model, run, hide, and fight. That's all the time I have for this particular topic. Stay tuned for part two. I'm Dr. Jim Collins, and I thank you for your time.